Speaking of Alzheimer's, there's a very, very, very beautiful Marathi film. I don't know how much access you have to these films here. It's called Astu. Did anyone see it here? No? Okay. So a beautiful, beautiful Marathi film made by Sumitra Bhave and Sunil Suktankar. I was lucky to see it on the National Film Award jury. It's really a very privileged education because these films don't easily get released. And what it does is, now already in this film, the Alzheimer's was just one element as part of a much larger emotional narrative to do with a parallel love story spanning generations. It was actually making a point about generations, but making it more sophisticated because of a disability. I don't know if you call it disability, well, a challenge, let's say. But Astu takes it at some other level altogether. And it has, so it has Mohan Agashe play a grandfather who's got Alzheimer's. And there's his two daughters, so it's a family living in Pune, and he has his two daughters, one is in Bombay, one is in Pune. And they have kind of opposing views about how to handle a dad who's got Alzheimer's, he's got dementia, and he's deteriorating rapidly. And it's really looking at spaces of the mind in a very philosophical, metaphorical way that is very rare to find in Indian cinema these days. Somehow, I think even the independent filmmakers tend to feel a little pressure and go a little bit mainstream, or it's difficult to keep continuing doing only art house independent stuff, and you try challenging things. And this film actually makes the point that, so what happens is one day they're going, so one of the daughters is, the dad is alone in the house and she can't leave him alone because he can go wander off somewhere. So she takes him in the car, she buys something in a shop. So she says, don't get out of the car, I'm just coming back in 1 minute. And she goes off to buy something. When she comes back, she finds the dad is gone. So it's also looking at how old age, sometimes you can actually regress to being a child as you grow older. And he sees an elephant on a crowded street and he follows the elephant and then he's lost in the crowd. So when the daughter comes back, she's in total panic about finding the dad. And what's fascinating and the horror of it is, the father has, because he's got Alzheimer's, he can't remember who he is and he can't remember his address. So when somebody says, oh sir, what happened? Can I leave you home? Where do you live? He doesn't know. And when they ask him, what's your name? He doesn't know. So it makes this remarkable connection of Alzheimer's being a loss of identity, because that's where he's now. And then it makes this extraordinarily leap into what is actually, what the film says is actually the aim of Hindu philosophy of your individual identity being dissolved in the absolute, of becoming nothing, being part of the cosmos. Yeah, so to make this philosophical point in a very delicate way, it's just following this guy and the elephant, and there are no lines hitting you on the head. So it's really leaving you, giving you a lot of leeway to think and make of it what you will. So it's extraordinary to find this kind of philosophical leap in a film that you would typically find it in a regional film. So it's really special. Can we take a look at Astu, please?